Hi everyone! Today we're going to read a story called The Berenstain Bears and the Truth. This is a very important book because it teaches us a lesson. I love this book because when we read things that teach us a lesson, we can learn from them. And it's just a fun way that we can learn about telling the truth. In life, sometimes it's very difficult to always tell the truth. Sometimes it's easier for us to tell a lie or to tell just a little fib or something, because we might be in trouble or we might not like the outcome of something. But in the end, it's always better to tell the truth. So we'll find out in this story what brother and sister do and how they learn that it's always better to tell the truth. So let's find out what happens. The Berenstain Bears and the Truth. It was a lazy sort of day in bear country. The air was so still that the leaves on the big tree house where the bear family lived were hardly rustling, except in the beehive where the bees were always busy. Nothing much seemed to be happening. It was the sort of day that sometimes leads to mischief, because they didn't have anything to do. Inside the treehouse, brother and sister bear were sitting around not doing anything in particular. Brother was holding his soccer ball. He'd become interested in soccer and had been outside practicing free kicks. Sister was relaxing in an easy chair, thinking about what to do next. Neither Papa nor Mama Bear was around. Papa was in his shop working on some furniture, and Mama was out shopping. So they're bored. Wonder what's going to happen. I know what, said Sister. Let's go gather some wild blackberries. Brother thought about that. No, he said, wild blackberries have too many thorns, and besides, the seeds get stuck in your teeth. Well then, said Sister, let's go out and twist each other up on the swing and see who gets the dizziest. That's her idea. Brother thought about that. No, he said, that's silly. And besides, we did that yesterday. Sister became irritated and impatient with her brother. He doesn't want to do anything she wants to do. My goodness, she complained, you don't want to do anything. All you want to do is sit there and hug that soccer ball. I think you must be in love with that soccer ball. She's going to yell at him. I am not, protested Brother, but I'll tell you something. I bet I can dribble this ball past you. Brother was a pretty good soccer player and a very good dribbler, but so was Sister. The only one who saw what happened next, besides the cubs, was a mockingbird who was perched on a twig outside an open window. Brother faced Sister. The ball was on the floor between them. First, Brother moved the ball with his right foot. Then, with his left, trying to trick Sister out of position. Then, quick as a flash, he gave the ball a sharp kick with his right. I bet they're not supposed to be playing ball in the house. It almost worked, but Sister was too fast. She reached out with her knee and blocked the ball, which bounced against a bookshelf, against a chair, and against a footstool. Wonder where the ball went. Here it goes. And into Mama's most favorite lamp, which fell onto the floor with a crash. The mockingbird let out a screech and got out of there as fast as its wings could carry it. As it flew away, it saw Mama Bear returning from the marketplace. Now the bear family had some house rules, just as any family has. One was no honey eating in the bed. Another was no tracking mud on clean floors. And another was no ball playing in the house. So there's that mockingjay leaving. And there's Mama coming back from the market, headed towards the house. I knew it was a rule. What to do? Brother looked at Sister. Sister looked at Brother. They both looked at the broken lamp. And they both listened in horror as Mama came up the front steps and into the house. All Brother had time to do before Mama came into the room was roll the ball behind Papa's chair. So he hid it. He's not going to let Mama see. My lamp, said Mama. My best lamp. What happened? She asked, looking into her cub's eyes. Tell me about it. The cubs looked into Mama's eyes, then at each other, and they began to tell one of the biggest whoppers, that's a word for lying, that had ever been told in bear country. They're going to tell her a story, a lie. Well, it was a bird, began Brother. Yes, added Sister, a big purple bird with yellow feet. And green wingtips, added Brother. And funny-looking red feathers sticking out of its head, added Sister, as a finishing touch. So here's the bird they came up with. It was a funny-looking bird. And funny-looking red feathers sticking out of its head. As most lies do, the purple bird, Whopper, got bigger and bigger and bigger, Mama said. Yes, continued the cubs, and it flew in that window, zoomed round and round, and knocked over the lamp. As Mama Bear was looking at the broken lamp with a sad expression on her face, Papa Bear came in from the shop. The cubs began to tell him the story of that big bird that flew in the window and broke the lamp. It was harder to tell the second time. For one thing, they couldn't quite remember how they had told it the first time. So they're telling the story of that bird that came in and knocked over the lamp. And Mama and Papa are very mad and sad. You've got me confused, said Papa. Was it a purple bird with green wingtips and yellow feet? Or a yellow bird with purple wingtips and green feet? Or was it a white bird with black spots? They can't keep up with their lie. Like that soccer ball behind my easy chair had black spot, white with black spots. But that thing that really made it hard the second time was how very sad Mama looked as she picked up the broken pieces of the lamp. Oh, she's very upset. Mama, we're really sorry about the lamp, said Brother. Oh, yes, said Sister, picking up the last piece and putting it on the dustpan. Oh, said Mama, I'm not worried about the lamp. We can always get another lamp, or we can glue this one back together. What I'm sad about is the thought that maybe, just maybe, my cubs, whom I've always trusted, are not telling me the truth. And trust is not something you can put back together. Both cubs started talking at once. It wasn't a bird, it wasn't a bird, said Sister. It was a soccer ball. And it was all my fault, shouted Brother. It was just as much my fault, shouted Sister. But they were both shouted down by the phone, which rang loudly. There's Mama putting her lamp in her hands. But the phone started ringing. It was Grizzly Gran inviting the Bear family for a Sunday visit. Hello, Gran, said Mama. Oh, everything's just fine here in the treehouse. How is everything with you? But Mama, protested Sister after Mama hung up the phone, you told Gran that everything is fine here. And that's really not the truth. Oh, but it is, answered Mama. We've got two fine cubs who just learned a very important lesson about telling the truth. And what could be finer than that? Now let's help Papa glue the lamp back together. She's talking on the phone. They gotta glue it back together. Wonder what it's gonna look like. Nobody really expects cubs to be perfect, and from time to time, Brother and Sister Bear did forget the rules. Brother ate honey in the bed a couple times, and one time Sister tracked mud in on the clean floor. And once or twice, Brother and Sister started to play ball in the house again before they remembered not to. But they never, ever, ever again told a whopper lie, because trust is one thing you cannot put back together once it's broken. So they learned that lesson, the end. They learned a lesson that even if you break some of the other rules, you should not break the rule about telling the truth. You should always tell the truth. You cannot go back and, how they word it, you cannot go back and put trust back together. So do not lie. That's the important lesson from this story. Hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I'll try to find some more that teach us some awesome lessons. And I will see you guys later. Bye.